Hello and welcome, I'm MJ Haggis, and we are playing Snowrunner in the modded map region of Highway Haulin region. It's a continuation of where we kind of left off from the last one. However, we are in a truck we've not been in yet in this region. I did a lot of tidying up, took me a wee while, but and the rain's on. But we're now, this is a dairy special, but the AGL one. So this is the modded one. It has a ridiculous amount of fuel, but it's going to be used for some logging. Yes, we're going to do Sawmill Scavenger, and we need to deliver 3 loads of long logs to the to reopen the mill on the map. So I am here in Bennington, just along the road at a trailer store from the garage, and we have got to go over here, pick up some long logs and drop them off here, in the hope that we can open up this warehouse and see what's inside. I'm still no further forward of finding out where we pick up short logs and medium logs. So hopefully we'll try and uncover that, but I'm not too hopeful because I imagine when I asked before, Steve Williams was after the answer to that, and it doesn't appear to have come to light as of yet. So that would probably be one of the earlier tasks he may have done. So we're going to do it anyway, see what we get from it. Let's head back to the dairy. So this is the AGL one that I used previously. Oh, look at the weather. Oh, horrible. But on a cheery note, I've got a new subscriber. I've got Julio Guerra. So thank you very much, Julio. Much appreciated. I hope you're really enjoying this content. Don't know if it's down to the map or in the hope that season 10 drops, but either way, I'm very grateful to you. Right, let's wake up this guy and get on the move to start with. Awake? Now you're awake. I've not really done much with the mods. This is the usual stuff that I just throw on. Snowrunner gearbox instead of the fine tune, just for a change, I think that is. But I painted it red just to match the crane, just to keep it in keeping. Keep it in keeping. Yeah. And off we go. This dairy has the added benefit of the rear wheel steering, which I'm liking more and more on these 8x8s. A significant step up from the vanilla truck, this one. That's the basis behind this one getting used. What else have I done? Just a lot of truck moving, kind of like mentioned at the end of the last one, getting things all tidied away. So I went around the whole 4 maps and basically got every truck back in the garage now. So everything's tidy. There's trailers still dotted about all over the place, but the trucks are all back. Or, I think, just about. I think I've left one little scout out and about that we were to go and investigate, the wee Scout 800. Not setting any waypoints, I just realised. But we're going down to the junction, turning left. There's 2 long log pickup sites on this map. Maybe when we get to the junction we'll just check to see which one's probably the better one of the 2. I hope the rain goes off. We're doing quite well in this. Now we're moving on to like the normal contracts. I'm kind of glad to move on to something a little bit different from recovering all the trucks up. We did a lot of recovery. And I really enjoy recovery, but it's time to try something a little bit different. Oh look, the rain's gone. Yay! As if by magic. Now this dairy, I believe, does not have too many options for gearboxes, so I can't remember what one I fitted. But it's going at a fairly reasonable speed for its purpose, shall we say. And up we go. Now there's a couple of trailers tucked in behind that 6-slot one up the back there that I need to probably look at, maybe even get back. I did look on the Mod.io website for alternative lowboy style trailers, I didn't see anything that really stood out for me for being more beneficial than the vanilla ones. Up there, abruptly. So we've got this log site and we've got this log site. I'm thinking, do you know what? Why don't we just go down to that one? It's been a while since we've been down there. So we're going to go that way. And we're still going all the way around. But we're just going to carry straight on. Huh. Okay, let's get rid of that. I know where I'm going. You just watch me take a wrong turn now. Now, with this AGL mod add-on, you have to have the AGL trailer to match it up. I'm not too sure what the differences are over the vanilla long log trailer and add-on is. I'm guessing there must be some sort of an upgrade, otherwise why would you bother? Again, no need to worry about all-wheel drive and diff lock, it's permanently fitted, permanently on. High ratio is doing a very nice job, that's a comfortable speed. Yeah, we can stick with that for a wee while. It was nice to be, I haven't done some logging for a long time. And I thought, considering this is a long chassis, that the long log crane, I didn't really need to fit it, because I think this will have the automatic loading. But I fitted it anyway, just in case. You know, it's more for aesthetics than anything else. I don't think we'll be manually loading. Just negotiate around the rocks and boulders in the road. I don't think this will take too long actually. The only problem is, I'm not too sure, but I'm going to suspect I'm going to have to do 3 runs. And those 20 logs at each of these long log sites, it's 3 logs per, is classed as 1 load. So effectively that 20 will drop down to, drop down by 9. Come on, yeah, you can do this. That's the way to the other one. Can we get up there in high ratio? Nope. Hasn't got the oomph. There's thunder. Obviously the rain back on yet again. Not surprised at, to be honest. It's a regular feature in this region. Hoping this route down to this log site is not quite as muddy as the other way. Which means we'll be back here probably more for the long logs if it is less muddy. And with my shocking memory of this huge region is I can't remember if I actually have been all the way down to this long log site or we just uncovered it by using the watchtowers. Well, looks like we've got a descent in, but more importantly, we've got a big climb back out when we're fully loaded. Go around some of these rocks. Okay, that's going to be a fun climb out. Slow it down. In fact, I'm going to go this way, so I'm facing out the way when I'm fully loaded. There's some common sense for you. Doesn't seem too bad in the mud though. Nothing else hidden here. It's all very quiet. Right. Line it up as best as possible. Go. Okay, cargo management. There we go. Load. Yep, that's correct. 3 per load. Oh man, 3 times. I mean, I suppose in a way you could have possibly done it in less load. Say you had 2 of these vehicles set up and used the winch and towed one to here, and then try and tow it back again. That's... Is it worth the effort? I'm not sure. I'm sure you've all got your own way of doing the logging. I'd considered other trucks for this job, for the logging, even the Pacifics. Oh, I didn't have enough oomph. Come on, keep going, keep going. Right. Head your feet underneath you. That's a steep climb out. Look at that. Yeah, I'm sure there's other trucks that you have preferences again over. Do you like the Pacifics for this job? P16, maybe the P512. They almost look like that's the kind of job they would be doing. The only reason I brought the Derry out was because, well, it was a fairly new truck still. And I like the mod. Simple as that. Gonna go over that rock. Yeah. I actually think I've fitted. Did I fit the active suspension in this guy? Very well, we'll check it out at the top of the hill. Not that I think we're going to even need it. Sometimes keeping it lowered, and I was having a discussion with Gareth F. Raising or putting high suspension on is great when you're going over big rocks and nasty mud and stuff. But it does raise your centre of gravity quite a bit on some trucks, which means you're more inclined to topple over. This one. Change suspension mode. Yeah, it raised it a wee bit, but I'm going to keep it low. I know it's there now. But definitely sometimes the benefits of the lower suspension can outweigh the high suspension. Depends what map you're on. If you're going through lots of mud with lots of stones that you got to clamber over, or trees, then yeah, high suspension's good. But if you're on roads with nasty cambers and there's a high chance of getting tipped over, high suspension less popular because of that's just pain when it happens. Oh, just freewheel down the hill, back out the other side. So on the basis of this, it is going to be 3 runs. Obviously, you've seen pretty much the trip here, and you're going to see the trip back to the drop-off point. I will just... Ooh, that's a nasty little bit right there. I will jump cut and get through to the last run. Obviously recording everything just in case. But it's not too bad, a little run backwards and forwards. Save a little bit of time. We'll move on to something else after this. It's purely to get this warehouse open and find out what they have to offer. Easy up. If I can avoid damage, then I will do, even though I've got the roof rack, got spares, got fuel. Don't need to worry about fuel, not with a 990 litre fuel tank. And that's another pass with the, is it the 2 or 3 small pipes to go there? Something of that nature anyway. I don't know if that'll improve the road afterwards, but I suspect it won't. Well, there's definitely no arguing that the Derry found that actually surprisingly easy. Mud barely slowed it down. And we're off down the normal roads now, so that's, yeah, pretty much it. So I think a jump cut to the final load would be the right thing to do. Don't want to bore you to death too much. Certainly in the past, logging has not been my favourite job. But it certainly ranks higher than farming and water towers. Actually, the trailer doesn't seem to slide around too much on this road. Maybe it's because I'm not quite going fast enough, but it's certainly following the Derry really nicely. Ease it up again. Hooray for load number 1. Bye-bye. Nothing too fancy about that then. I don't think, let's have a wee look at the map. I don't think I've actually been to that trailer. Have I activated it? No. Let's move up to it, at least then it's done. More XP, it's free XP. There we go. I can continue on my merry way. I'm not even sure we'll need that trailer there. Maybe one for selling as well, since we've got the one. I'll have a think. If I can get it back, I probably will. But on that basis, everything's smoothly running along just nicely for a change. Then I will see you for the ready for the drop off of the final load. So, with the sun shining, I'll see you in a sec. And so here we have it, the final load. The second one was absolutely fine, as was this one. Didn't pick up any damage en route due to my awesome driving. I'll just get in there first with that. Yeah, I know it's not true. But here we go. What are we going to gain from this? Promotion. That's nice. 26. So, it says here, We're a real lifesaver. There's no money if the mill is closed. The workers will be happy to hear. 15,000 cash, 2,000 XP. Thank you very much. Which was the one we've gained there? This one? Is this a new task? Ooh. What does this say? Fall is coming. Okay. It's getting to that time of year again. Everyone is stocking up on wood for the winter. Would you have some time to fill our orders? We got way behind with the mill closed. We'll accept it. What's that? Oh, short, medium, short, medium, short. Okay. Now, does that mean we bring long logs here and craft short and mediums? That's what I'm thinking. Management, wooden planks, long planks, medium planks, wooden planks. Ooh, no. That's what we've gained, though. Okay. No other zones appeared, but we've got planks here now. Okay, quick look at the map. If I accept that, well, I have accepted it. If I click on it, will it lead me to... No, it's not leading me to any of them. Just the drop-off points. Okay. Well, never mind. Yep, just all the drop-off points. No up arrows anywhere. Okay, that can happen. Unless they've appeared. Nope, still not appeared out. Like 11 and 20. Well, we need to keep looking for the long and short log pickup points still. Okay, well, we'll come back to that. We're not doing logs at the moment. We're moving on to some big tasks again, big trailers. And we need to move to a different location. So I'll get the dairy. Oh, well, I don't know. I'll leave the dairy there at the moment. Let's get him out of there. Nope. Stick him on the side of the road so he's ready to go. There is some more long log jobs, so maybe this guy will be our long log taskmaster. Or I might switch him out. Depends how I feel. Right, engine off. We can get rid of that fall is coming task. Stop tracking you. And I was thinking, yeah, it's in Morrison Mining, and it's the old mine is a go, phase 1. And we're going through to the ice roads, my favourite place. Okay, we're going to start tracking that, and we are going through to the ice roads. Correct. The task is the refinery tanks to the... Well, we're going to take refinery tanks to the refinery tank place. Yeah, I knew this place would be a drop-off or either a pickup. And it's this big trailer right here behind the garage or behind the trailer store. It took me ages to find that task, actually. I must have skipped it when I was looking through the list. So we need to go back to the garage and we need a high saddle. If I'm not mistaken. High saddle is required, yes. And then it's unlocks the 3 metal beams and 4 metal rolls. Okay. That shouldn't be too bad. We might come up with a plan for that. But let's get this big trailer on the move. Right, back to the garage. Right, back in the garage. What are we going to use? We need a high saddle. Something, and I'm thinking because we're crossing the ice, it's going to be an 8x8 is my preference. What have we got? You do have the bandit. Whether he's going to be powerful enough for that big trailer, I'm not so sure. So I'm going back towards the Kolob. That's the vanilla one. Vanilla or the JBE? Well, let's bring out the JBE and give a little bit more show time to this mod. We'll deploy him. And do we need the high saddle? No, it's already fitted. Do we have anything else fitted to it? No. Just the spare tires. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Yeah. And go. Yeah, I'm feeling confident with this guy. And I do like the 8-wheel steering. Nice to get back into some shifting of some super-sized trailers. Always potential for these to not go how you think they will. That's another generator for a different task. I did see that somewhere. Look at the size of that thing. That's just a beast. But we are the ones for the job. Oh yeah, we can do this. Probably more you than me, but just get that right there. That went on nicely. How much ground clearance? We ain't got an awful lot of ground clearance. Okay, well, we'll just have to be tactical with the route that we pick through the up over the hills through the trees. Even the camera struggles. It's like, where's my truck? I can't see my truck. You know we're going down to the road though, so that's fine. Can't pick a decent spot for the camera. Oh, anchor's out. I'm going that way. Done that once before. I should have known better. What tree's going to get mashed? Oh, we kind of scraped past it. It's slippy on the ice. Ooh, but we're off. Right, before we go any further, let's set a route. Do we kind of suspect we're going to have to go up and over? We're going over here. Yes, we do. Potentially. Yeah, you probably can go down onto the ice and across the ice again, all the way over. Which, with a low amount of ground clearance from the trailer, might be wise. But I'm going to go the road and see how we get on. So it's up and over, take a right at that junction, and it's basically straight on. One more. I have taken the wrong route when I thought I knew where I was going. Nice and wide. I'm going to even be good and not take that sign with me. The little fuel trailer might get a bit of a flattening though. I did think I'd put him in a good place. Oh, I'm sorry. Just move out of the way a wee bit. There you go. Oh. Yeah, I've turned him round. Excellent. That's just what I wanted to do. Right, so far so good. This is not a bad camera angle. I can like see everything. I'm just not seeing where I'm going. That's a good screenshot actually. But I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm not good enough. Of course I can still see where I'm going, so I can keep this camera angle for a little bit longer. Go a little bit faster though. Let's tempt fate. Okay, that's enough of that. I really hope this trailer is going to behave over the broken ice. There should be some coming up just ahead, as I recall. Yeah, just about here. So I'll leave it in high ratio to try and get across this. There it goes. Keep going. Oh yes, that handled it really well. I don't know if the trailer maybe kept the front wheels quite light, but didn't want to nosedive under the ice. A little bit quicker now. Let's go up the hill. Oh yeah, we are shifting over this mud. Oh no, we're not. No, we're not. Oh, suddenly. I should have turned the camera around. I think the legs, the support legs, dug in at that little lip of mud. There we go. Back out. We're turning right here. Up and over. Do you know what we should be doing? I should be checking to see if this guy has got raised suspension. That would be it. Oh yeah. That helps. See, that's when you want the raised or the active suspension. An extra few inches of ground clearance can make all the difference. And because we're on pretty level ground, I don't feel centre of gravity is going to become an issue. Tipping over. Oh, please, yeah. As we know from our excursions or exploration around the region, as we know there's a lot of big trailers needing taken from A to B. I'm looking forward to them. Straight down, follow the road. Kind of hard. I'm trying to see the support legs if the trailer just gets a bit close to the mud, but it's pretty decent now. Much further, straight down onto the ice. Okay. I'm going to start dropping any moment now. Yep. Oh, that was the one I was worried about, but it looks like momentum took me over. Right, hold on a sec. Where are we going? Down the ice. I really thought the legs were going to bring me to an abrupt halt there. The trailer seemed pretty light considering what's on it. We'll go across the ice. Go on. Oh, almost to the end. I actually didn't feel too nervous about that, having been across it a few times. My fear of driving on this ice is almost gone in this region. Just goes over that so nicely. Another batch. I think we are swinging her right up here, are we? I dare say you could have taken a shorter route than this, but it is what it is. I don't mind. As long as I can get the job done. Okay. Come to a screeching halt. How are we going to get... Let's see how it goes through the snow. That is going rather well, to be honest. Well done, Kolob. Here's my road. Left. Oh, the legs just caught the snow, so I'm glad I have got the suspension raised. Oh, it's going to catch now though, isn't it? Oh. Again, a good bit of momentum to pull it over that hill. Come on. Definitely choosing a truck with a high saddle, you know what I mean? It's high on the back of the truck will make a difference there. A normal, smaller off-road truck, maybe even like the Tega with a high saddle might be a little bit too low, but we're in. We're going to say goodbye to this trailer now. Let's just make it easy on myself and go a bit further forward. There it goes. Ooh, cutscenes, yeah! Very nice indeed. The old mine is getting there. Right, so stage complete. What I might do is just I'll leave this thing parked up. Just over here, because what I could probably do if the next trailer that we're using for the metal beams and the metal rolls is decent enough, I might just use that and tow this Kolob back, because unfortunately the next trailer probably won't be suitable for a high saddle. Okay. Right, I think we need to go back to probably Bennington, is it? There's no metal beams or metal rolls. So it's Manchester to begin with. Have we got any here? Oh, it is Bennington. Where are they? MH Metals. Okay, so we're going to this garage. And the trailer store's just next door, which is nice. Right, let's just do that before we get ahead of ourselves. Let's find a truck. Truck and trailer. What are we going to use? I was thinking maybe the 6-slot trailer and double stacking one of the metal rolls. That way we'll get all 7 in one go. And one trip's better than 2, especially when you're on... You know what I mean? One's better than 2, especially when you're on ice. A truck. What should we use for this? Off-road is my preference. We've got a choice of the Paystar. No. We did bring out the Pike, but again, I'm thinking no. We don't want chains, but we've got 2 Freightliner 114 SDs. The Ankh can't fit a saddle. Tega, well, we've used that a lot. Oh, the Royal BM. I haven't changed him to the modded one. This is the vanilla Royal BM. No diff lock. Would that be... Well, it all depends, because we need a crane. Crane and saddle. Can this guy fit crane and saddle? Low saddle. What's that? Free. And the stronger loading crane. There's one there. Is that the better ones? That's log lift. Yeah, those other 2 are exactly the same. Purchase that. Question is that going to be Is that crane going to be too close to the front of the trailer? I'm not sure. We can try it. If it all goes wrong, then this will be getting edited out and I'll be back in the garage for another truck. So let's leave. We have... What other tyres have we got? We are sitting on some off-roads. Yeah, why not? And we've got raised suspension. Well, we have to have raised with these tyres. Right, okay, that'll do. I know you're probably saying, why would you bring that out? It's only because we haven't used them, really, for quite some time. Right, we need to get it back down to the morning. Crikey, where's the time gone? 8 o'clock at night. Right, early start. That's the same darkness. Some lights on. It's got the spots on the roof, so that will make it a bit brighter. Pop next door to the trailer store and find out if it'll fit. Unfortunately, I did leave a 6-slot trailer way up at the junction on this map, but there's no point going all the way up there when we are going in here. That's, yeah, no, forget that one, and forget that step deck. Yeah. We'll go with the modded 6-slot. We are lined up. And it is this one. Oh, we can buy it. Oh, look at that. I'll not be able to turn. In fact, I think it's already pushing on the crane. Yeah, that's a no-go. Oh, man. Okay. Let me just reverse that trailer. In fact, oh, I can't. It's so tight, it's lifted the wheels off the ground, just about. Oh, the poor Royal BM can't do it. I'll just drag the trailer up the road if I can. Yeah, that's such a shame. Okay, let's just leave him there. Right, back to the garage. Right, I'll see you back in the garage for the next choice. Welcome back. Okay, we're back in the Bandit. I've just switched out the van body and the colour. But I'm thinking, well, he's got the crane. It's a stronger KRS crane, which is probably wise to fit. And there's plenty of room between the saddle and the crane, so... He did well in his last task, so why not? We'll get our money's worth out of this guy. Just reverse back to the trailer. I don't think the Bandit will have a problem with this sort of job anyway. And it was the 8x8's wheels that I was really quite after. Connected. Okay, good to go. Up to MH metal. Heavy metal. Oh no, I'm just thinking, no, I've totally miscalculated, and you're probably already aware. Metal beams is, that's 6 slots there just for the metal beams. Oh no, it might have to be 2 run. Well, that's not how I planned this. Right, round we go. I've been playing this game long enough, I should have immediately clicked metal beams, yeah. We won't get straight out the gate. Well, now. That should do. Right. Okay. Decision time. Do we go? We need 3 metal beams anyway, so let's load them. And 4 metal rolls. We've got the spars there. Man. We could. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 metal spars, 4 rolls. Oh man, we're gonna have to do it. I haven't done double stacking in ages. Right. So on that basis, let's close that and reposition the trailer. Looks like there's plenty of room in this yard. As long as the trailer doesn't do any of its shenanigans when I detach it. They tend to. Okay, that's a good start. Don't sink into the mud. Okay, right, loading platform. In fact, no, we want cargo management first. To the loading platform, load. Did it appear? Yes, good. Let's put the anchors out just to be safe. I haven't done this in ages, it feels like. Oh no, the rain's just come on. I don't think the metal rolls or the metal beams will rust. Right, let's get this one right in between those spars. Yeah, that's good enough for me. I don't know if you can see the little wooden frame that's holding it. I don't know if these little end bits have hit boxes that will hold it on that spar. It would be nice if they did. Right, next. Come out of that, back to this, load. It would be also nice if you could load more than one on the loading platform. Up and over. I don't know if this train is a longer one. Oh, it does feel like it's a longer one. Right, can I get it? That might do it. Just rocked it kind of into place. Yeah, I'll give it a go. Right, that's that one. That cargo management load. Oh, wrong button. Train. Free. Camera in a better position. And down. Oh, I want to go the other way. Oh, turn. I think that's caught, yeah. That should do there. And the last one. Up and around. So hard to gauge the distance when you're not in like even VR. Looks okay. Yep, I'll accept that. I mean, I could have brought them maybe 3 close together and 1 on top of that, but that's just too high, possibly. We can put the crane away. Hopefully this will stay exactly where it is when I'm trying to reattach. And there we go. Oh yeah, those metal rolls didn't even move an inch. Just gonna get out of the mud now. Hey, let's back it up and take it wide. Right, and the bandit's moving that trailer, no problem. Right, off this way. And out. And the rain stopped yet again. Is that a sign? Probably not, but I'll take it. Round you go. Don't hit the post. Don't hit the post. Hit the post. Just got to make so sure I do not end up in a ditch at the side of the road. That would be epically bad on my behalf. Right, let's pop in for fuel. Easy up, easy up. And we're gonna hit the fuel pumps. Definitely feel the weight of that, this bandit. We've got 140 on the roof, so we're good. I hope we're good to get all the way through. Now, am I actually even going the right way? Hold on a sec. Right, engine off. Where are we going? We're going to the ice. Bennington to Manchester to there. So we're going to Manchester. Right, okay. Keep that. Manchester's that way. I want to go back round and on. Okay. I'm glad I checked. Fortunately, traffic's light, so we can do this kind of shenanigans on the main road. Nobody's getting held up. Back up the hill we go. He's pulling absolutely fine up that sort of a hill. The metal rolls are definitely staying where I put them, I think. It'll be when I'm going too fast and I start to go into a slide that the weight of the trailer is going to just cause carnage. I'm going to have to take it very easy going down the hills. I mean, even the hills down onto the highway, the on-ramps, they are steep. Go on, Bandit, let's see what you've got. Can you stay in high ratio for the climb? Oh yes, you can. Hey, that's impressive. I thought I'd at least have to stick the tyres into the mud road verge. Nice and wide. Didn't even need to take it that wide, but it works. Yeah, I know it's the wrong side. We're just pretending that we're in the UK for this part. And just like magic, the rain comes on, because we're in the UK. Ooh, that road there. Crikey. I didn't even realise it was so steep there, and it doesn't even look steep. Anyway, let's go to Manchester. Welcome to Manchester. Okay, what I'm thinking is this is just a highway drive straight through to the ice roads. So I'm going to do that. When we come out in the ice roads, we're at this gateway. So perhaps I'll bring you back. I'll probably stop in at that fuel station and I'll bring you back at the fuel station ready for the final run over the hills and across the ice. Everything else should be just a plain run through. Touch wood. Right, and time is ticking on, so we need to move this quite quickly. So back to Manchester, back in the truck, fire it up, and we're off. Right, see you at that fuel station in, for you, 2 seconds or so. Welcome to the fuel station in the ice roads. And I'm down to 13 litres. Obviously, still got the roof rack, but I was pretty close. And let's fuel up right now. Oh, we've got 500 in the trailer. I totally forgot about that. More than enough fuel, but we'll do it this way. Now the question is, engine's gone off. Which way do we go? I think we probably better to go the same way. I don't want to risk going down this tree part that we've used before in case I tip over. So we're going the main road. Let's set a couple of waypoints just so I get past the junctions that matter. And from here, hold on a sec, I am going to come out the fuel station, turn right, first left. Okay. So I need to back it up onto the road. Hopefully nothing's coming. Oh, it's slippy, slippy. Come on, bandit. Turn, 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 turn. The weight of the trailer and everything else, it just doesn't turn quite as quick as you might want it to. Ooh, that is heavy. I hope that's not going to be a bad sign for when we get onto the ice that tends to break underneath me. I'm digging up the road. Oh dear, this is going to be interesting. And now that I'm a bit faster, it's a wee bit less likely to break through the road. I'm a little bit concerned. Just a little. I can see a Kolob coming to rescue me, but at least pull me some of the journey. Let's hope not though. Let's hope not. All the metal rolls have done exactly what I was hoping, and that's not moved at all. So that's at least one good decision. Where's this first bit? That's the broken ice right there. So what's going to happen? Will we make it across, or will we end up in trouble? Go on, bandit. Oh yes! Happy with that. Just like the Kolob, really. And that's just adds to my argument of an 8x8. When your front wheels start to break at the ice, the second axle kind of takes over. It spreads the weight or the load instead of the front wheels just suddenly disappearing into the ice. Go on, bandit. Dropping down to the middle low ratio. seems to have helped there. Go on. Been pretty decent, I'll say. That's probably one of the harder hills to get up and over. Taking this right. Can I even get into high ratio? No, it's just starting to bog down a wee bit. Come on. Boy, drink the fuel getting across this kind of mud. Come on. Downhill. There we go. Now we're off. Till the next hill. Balloon tires are certainly helping, but it's still a heavy old load. One last hill, bandit. Well, there's more hills, but one major hill, this one here. Keep it going. A little bit of a distinct lack of decent sized trees here. I think we'll be okay. Just slow and steady. And we're kind of up on that bit. Yeah, it does not like, it will go into high ratio, but it just spins the wheels up. Still kind of spinning. Let's drop it to the middle one again. Right. Tell you what we're going to do now is I'll do not a jump car, I'll do a speeded up part so you get to see me drive it across the rest. Just because of the time scale. It'll be slow and steady, not very exciting. And I'll eventually run out of things to say anyway. So, we'll just speed it up and I'll bring you back to normal speeds on approach to the drop-off point. Unless, of course, I crash. Let's see. Okay, hopefully that'll have gone smoothly on the speeded up bit. A couple of dodgy wee bits. When I came down onto the ice you may have saw it, but the rear metal rolls decided to roll forward. Luckily it stopped when it hit the next one, so that was okay. And we're in. Well done, Bandit. Oh, that little horn. Cute. Right, we'll go around the other way. Since I've almost gone past it anyway. Nice and easy. Don't need to do any tipping over yet. And that. In. So from such a big machine using the Kolob to the little Bandit, but such a capable machine. Let's get rid of the beams. Hopefully those metal rolls will pack up. Yeah! Bye bye metal rolls, it's going to be dark before we get this built. There we go, and another promotion! Rank 27, 3 to go. Great job in the first half. I heard the road is breaking up a bit. Be careful out there. Oh, we don't need to hear that. 10,000 cash, 2,000 XP. And we are done. Let's go and get in behind this bandit, behind the Kolob. And unless I can come up with another reason to keep the bandit and the 6-slot trailer here, that's how they're going to go back to the garage. Right, so engine off. A good camera angle. I can't really. Anyway, so Kolob and Bandit, great job. Teamwork. I hope you've enjoyed this one. A little bit different with the logs and coming out here with the big, massive trailers. I enjoy that kind of stuff. It's always, you never know what might happen. Great stuff. So, thank you very much for watching. You'll see me again soon. Bye for now.